another 2 videos October 14th. Cloning, more cloning. Gonna do some cloning today. Alright, this here I believe is a polymorpha. Its leaves are just a little bit bigger than the long internodes. Those are all long internodes there. I believe that's a polymorpha. This, I thought this was a vulgaris because I know this is a clone that I made. Because if I go down here and I look, I can see the stalk where it was cloned off of. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, it's there. There you go. You see that top of that stalk there. So this has been in the ground for probably a year now. But when I looked at it, you see these stalks. It does not look like vulgaris at all. Not to mention, these leaves are pretty small. And I thought, oh, well, it's just because it's a clone, it's a little young, it's going to, get some bigger leaves and it's going to mature and it's going to snap out of it. And you can see all these little sheaths got little reddish or purple color on them. So, and it's got that waxy look, waxy gray all over. It just does not look like vulgaris. So I figured out what happened. I did harvest some Oldhami, I believe it was, and it was mature Oldhami. I wasn't really trying to clone it, I don't think, but I cut some up and I put it in trays, and I guess one of them sprouted, and I threw it in, and it ended up living and surviving, and this has got to be that. There's no other way. It's Oldhami. It has to be. Smaller leaves. See, here's the vulgaris. Look at those leaves. Look at these leaves. They're just, it's a different plant. So we can clone Oldhami. Again, I don't think I was really trying to clone that, and it just kind of accidentally took. So, am I taping here? I can't see. I didn't turn my screen up bright enough to see anything. Yeah, okay. This is a long internode. Well, I got several of them over here. So I was looking at this, and this is a new stalk from this season, and I peeled back some of the leaf here on this, see if we can get a shot of this. I should turn up my screen. Anyways, I peeled this all back, and I looked at this. I can't tell if this is going to show up or not, but I do see little round dots there, and that would be where a root would come out. And I see several little rings across there. So, yeah, let's cut this and see if we can get it to clone. I got a bucket of water here. I got an aspirin dissolved in there. There, I can there, I can turn my screen up so I can actually see. I don't know. Let's see if we can get this to show up. Yeah, there. Not the best lighting condition. A lot of backlight. Let's see if we can zoom in a little here, maybe. And then block that. All right, there. Now you can see the little dots there and the little rings around there. That's where the roots would come out, I think, if it sprouted aerial roots. So I'm going to take a cutting down here of this, and I'll tell you one thing I noticed about this right away. This is hard. This stuff is way harder than vulgaris. So, I mean, I can hardly even make a dent in that with my thumbnail. But let me cut this thing, or see if I can cut it. Have my handy dandy little razor cutters here. Oop, if I can get them out of my pocket. Come here, you. There. Let me see if I can cut this thing. Wow. Okay, a couple noteworthy things here. This bamboo is pretty hard. B.Longinternode. And just like it says in the description of it that I've read, look at that. There's hardly any hole in the middle. That is just, it's nearly solid bamboo. So, and that's cut halfway up the stalk. So I can just imagine that is some very, very stout, very stiff, very, very strong bamboo, just like they say it is. It's the #1 industrial bamboo they grow in the world. And that's why. Very dense, very strong.